All right, let's talk about something that's made headlines around the world: corruption in the Philippine government. It's a complex story the international community has been watching for decades, a narrative that shapes everything from foreign policy to investment portfolios. Now, I know this isn't a new story. The global perception is deeply rooted, often benchmarked against the Marcos era's vast kleptocracy, which became a textbook case for plundered national wealth. This history forms a long shadow, a lens through which many outsiders view modern allegations. So when a new scandal breaks, the international question isn't just, is there corruption, but is history repeating itself? The world is watching for patterns, for echoes of the past in the present. And the way the world sees it now? That's changing, and fast. First off, international news outlets are watching closely. From major newspapers in Europe to broadcasters in Asia, the Philippines is often a case study in the challenges facing modern democracies. The stories are deep dives into systemic issues. We see reports on ghost projects, infrastructure that exists only on paper. We read about massively inflated government contracts, and of course the recurring pork barrel scandals, where public funds are allegedly diverted through intricate networks. The narrative they paint is one of political scandals, bribery, and big money deals gone wrong, suggesting a system where accountability struggles to take hold. But it's not just about pointing fingers. The international coverage is increasingly focusing on the human cost, shifting the lens from the perpetrators to the victims. There's a real sense of concern, because corruption doesn't just affect politicians. It hits everyday people too. When funds for a new hospital wing vanish, it's a family left without care. When money for textbooks is siphoned off, it's a generation of students in under-equipped classrooms. Every peso stolen from a public project translates into a poorly built road or a flood defense that fails. This is the story resonating globally. Corruption isn't abstract, it's a direct barrier to human development. Let's break it down. When global organizations like Transparency International release their annual Corruption Perceptions Index, the world pays attention. The Philippines usually lands in the lower half of the list. That means, compared to most countries, it's seen as having a serious corruption problem. And this isn't just statistics. These rankings have massive real-world consequences. For international investors, a low score is a red flag, signaling higher risk and an unstable business environment. This corruption tax can deter foreign investment, meaning fewer jobs and slower growth. It also affects how other governments interact with the country. Aid organizations become more stringent, and diplomatic relationships can be strained when allies worry about the integrity of their partners. Now here's where it gets interesting. Social media has changed the game. Videos of politicians caught red-handed, hashtags calling for accountability, and viral posts exposing shady deals. They all travel fast. Suddenly, corruption isn't just a local issue, it's global. People in New York or Nairobi can see what's happening in Manila, almost in real time. This digital outrage is amplified by the Filipino diaspora, creating a new layer of international pressure. But it's also a battleground. The world is also watching the rise of disinformation campaigns designed to muddy the waters and discredit accusers, a phenomenon that adds another complex layer to the global view. But, and this is important, the world also sees the fight back. For every story of corruption, there's a counter-narrative of courage. International human rights and press freedom groups frequently highlight the bravery of Filipino whistleblowers, journalists, and activists. They're making noise, and that noise is being heard. When a Filipino journalist wins a global award, it's the world recognizing their fight as part of a universal struggle for transparency. International watchdogs are taking notes, and every time someone stands up and says, "Enough," it sends a message way beyond the Philippines. So, how does the world see corruption in the Philippines today? As a big challenge, for sure. A deep systemic issue that hampers the nation's potential. But it's not a story of hopeless condemnation. It's also seen as a story of remarkable resilience. a vibrant civil society, a fearless press, and a digitally empowered population demanding change. The world sees a country at a crossroads, and it is watching, with concern and hope, to see which path it will take. This is Glenn's project. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and hit that notification button for more videos like this. Stay with me and we'll take on some of the latest current events in our motherland, Philippines. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos.